Anyway, so my story is, I'm going to call it Power Slam.
Why the fuck do you need to have a name?
I don't know. Daniel started it.
Just give your story a name, man.
I realized, Nick, if we don't put a name on it, he'll make up his own name.
I'm going to choose it for you. Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't know if he's going to get... I don't want him to out-funny it. Because it'll make it even worse. Because the time that Justin fucked up.
Version 1, version 2, version 3.
Yeah. I don't want to give it... I want to give it so that I've put my plant on it.
Oh,
if
man.
you like. Plant, whatever. Anyway, so Power Slam. So again, a kind of schoolish story, but not really. Another time that I was suspended, but this was actually the morning of me going back to school. So I remember my mum was getting ready to go to work, and we were talking in the corridor. We had a really long corridor in my old house, and she was talking to me, and she was going to put her shoes on, which were at the door. And she was talking to me like, make sure you behave, all this kind of like, yes, mommy, whatever, yeah. So then I was standing in the hallway. So then she came to walk. So she was walking towards me, and she was talking, right? And she's like, yeah, make sure you behave, whatever. I was like, yeah, mum. The next thing I know, I'm underneath my mum, right?
What?
And I'm like, what the hell?
Whoa,
so
what?
I thought, yeah, because
whoa, hold on, wait. This escalated
I will
really
explain.
quickly.
Did I miss something?
Nothing at all.
No,
it's how I tell stories, okay? I tell you and take it there forward, and I'll bring you back again, okay? So next thing
it's like
Take it there forward. What?
yeah, okay.
It's like Back to the Future.
It's to keep you interested, guys. Come on, it's like methods of storytelling. Anyway, so so then so I'm like, in my head, I'm registered. I'm like, fuck, mum must have been really angry. I just got beaten the shit out of, and I didn't realize. And now she's on top of me. Like, what the hell? So she literally...
You got knocked out?
I think for a momentary moment, yeah, right? So I was just like, what the hell did I do? Like, what's going on? So I was crying my eyes out, yeah? And my mum's struggling to get up. And then she's all kind of, oh, sorry. And I'm like, this is weird. She doesn't normally say sorry after she beats me. So I'm just like, like, what is this? This is different, right? So it turns out that apparently as she was walking towards me, right, she was wearing tights. She had slipped and basically taken me out. Right, it was almost like a people's elbow. So she slipped and was like, "Oh my days!" Right? And she landed on me, right? And I remember my back was just like killing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm broken." And then she's like, "I'm sorry, darling, baby, please. I'm sorry." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, she never does this. It was so odd because I was overcome with emotion of pain, crying my eyes out, feeling like I'd done something wrong, and at the same time being coddled almost. And I'm like, we don't hug in this family. What's going on? Kind of thing, yeah. So then, as I said, it turns out that she slipped and accidentally had fallen on me, right? So I was in pain. So then she was like, "Oh my god."
How old are you?
I must have been about. I was downstairs, about 8.
17.
7 to 8. No, I was about 8 years old. Going on.
So this is the 70s. Go on.
Justin has removed the cat from the pen.
Oh man! I thought I was gonna survive, man.
That's why
I thought we were in the vibe
for some reason. Anyway, so I'm crying my eyes out, and then my dad's like, "What's going on? What's happening? What's happening?" Like, doesn't talk like that at all. I was like, "I'm sorry, I fell on it." He's like, "Oh, you okay?" So my dad goes, "Okay, cool." So he goes into the cupboard and he gets Raljex. You know what Raljex is?
No.
Raljex is like a heat spray, yeah, for muscles and whatnot. I don't know.
Is that like DP?
Yeah, like DP. Yeah.
And you really want me to pretend that you weren't born in the 60s? Raljex.
I'm going on the list as well. I'm just asking.
Have you guys finished? I've had enough of this. Okay.
I'm just curious about this defunct company called Raljex. We look it up. Go on.
How do you even spell that?
Ralgex.
Ralgex.
I'm sure it's called Raljex. I hope I'm right. It'd be weird if it wasn't like, oh, it's made up from random company.
Raljex muscle
You're
cream.
probably on drugs.
Say again?
Huh?
Raljex muscle cream.
There you go.
It's on Amazon.
I
And
was
when
in
did
it.
it finish? When did it stop? Is it still available now?
Yes, because it's on Amazon.
Amazon was asking me to pick a
No, it
charity.
could be someone's old tub from the 70s that they just
I-
kept in the cupboard.
That's
for
gonna
all
mess
that
up your
time.
algorithms, Dan.
It's a campaign to bring flares back. Go on.
So it was the spray, right? So it's a heat spray. So that was like a Dettol in my house. You know, like
Sucker.
you have those things in your house like oh, if something's wrong, oh, we've got Dettol, or if something's wrong, oh, we got Raljex. It was kind of like that, innit? So
No, I get you. TCP was in my grandma's house.
right, exactly, yeah. So how many Dettol baths did you have as a kid? Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh, countless.
exactly, yeah. But then like if you look at it, it's like yeah, don't have baths with this. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to have, especially if you're a child as well, like because it can sting bits. But anyway, so yeah, so we used to have Raljex for everything. So oh, you hurt yourself, Raljex. So then my mum and dad they basically they put like a bandage on me and sprayed the shit out of me in Raljex, right? And if you know what deep heat smells like, it's a really quite strong smell, right? So I'm just like, oh, so I
It
remember.
smells like minty fire.
or pungent health.
Yeah. So then I remember I'm walking to school.
Potato.
I'm walking to school with my sister, and I'm just in incredible pain. I just remember my back just being, oh my gosh. So then I go into class, and like obviously like I was a bit of the clown of the class and whatever and whatnot. So obviously I'm going into class in pain. So everyone's, hello?
Is this when you had to retire from rugby?
No, I was 8 years old.
This is an injury.
No.
Okay, you didn't tell me when you quit rugby. All right, go on. I'm sorry.
It was
I'm sorry.
but it's all good. It's fine. So I go into the classroom now, and I remember like I was sitting down on the carpet, just with my mope face kind of thing, and everyone's like, "What is that smell? What is that smell?" kind of thing, yeah. And then the teacher, so it gets to the teacher, so she's like, "What's that smell? It smells like aniseed or something." At least I didn't know what the hell aniseed was, right? So she's like, "It smells like aniseed." So then everyone's smelling, and I'm just like sitting and chilling in my own smell, just thinking, what's everyone smelling like? Because I'm used to it by now. Do you know what I mean? Raljex
Oh,
is a
you were
normal
the class skunk. You were the skunk.
100%. Because it felt like no one had smelt this smell before. So everyone was just like, what is that? Like, it's so peculiar. So I'm just sitting there like,